It's the fourth and final day of our GDC 2022 coverage, bringing you the best of VR from the show floor. Today, we'll be catching up with the developers of Yuki, Fingergun, the Emerge Wave 1 haptic solution, and Hyperdash. Take a look. Hello everyone, Alex VR here from Between Realities for UploadVR.com at GDC 2022 in San Francisco. And I am joined alongside Rodrigo Terra from the Arvore team in Brazil. How you doing, Rodrigo?
Fine, thank you.
Tell us, how are things going at Arvore? You know, what's the latest? What can you tell us?
Arvore, we've been busy this year. So last year released the Yuki, and we've been working on some titles now for now looking into maybe this year, maybe next year, we don't know. But we are working on not just one more title, but we're working more titles now. So the slate now is fully, so we have launches planned for 2003, projects for 2023, 2024. We've been pretty busy, actually. We cannot say much now, but definitely you guys are going to know. We're going to be the first to know.
That's good to hear. You know, there are a lot of loyal fans of the Pixel Rip series out there, so a lot of people are wondering, are we going to be seeing the continuation of it?
We definitely, last week actually, at South by Southwest, so we partnered with HoloRide. So the new VR-enabled experiences inside cars, right? So they are now creating a very interesting platform there. So they showcased last week. They were to be here, but yeah, they couldn't make it. But we will have something there. So Arvore, that's one of our releases, will be there. So that will be definitely different from what you saw, but familiar as the community wants to be. So, and that with HoloRide will be a thing. So definitely.
How has the success of the titles that you guys have put out so far changed your approach to game design and development as you've been taking a look at these new titles that you're working on?
For sure. Well. We've been learning, right? We've been learning since the first game. So since Pixel Rip 89, we've been learning, but trying to refine our formula in terms of looking into VR, and we call that VRness, right? So what's the VRness of the game? So what makes that game, the mechanics, the gameplay, the aesthetics so special in terms of you cannot translate to another medium, right?
Welcome to Hyperdash.
By Timo from Triangle Factory, the developers of Hyperdash. How you doing, Timo?
I'm great. Hope you're enjoying the show as well.
Hyperdash being one of the most popular arena shooters on the Oculus Quest. Please tell us that you have something exciting and something that you can share with us about the game today.
Yeah, so we've got something really exciting. So the 1st of April, we're launching a new game mode, which is called Ball, which is basically Rocket League with guns. And so, it's not really a joke. So it's coming out the 1st of April, and it's going to be a free update.
What's your favorite aspect of the new game mode?
I mean, I think it's super competitive. So, I think our audience likes the whole competitive aspect of Hyperdash, and we've seen a lot of people. I mean, the game mode was actually something that we tried during the SideQuest launch, and it was in there for like a short time, but it wasn't really finished yet, and we felt like, okay, it's really interesting, but we really need to polish this up to actually launch it. And so, 1st of April, it's coming. So
this is so exciting. So is Hyperdash going to be one of these games that we're going to see continuously get content updates? Are you guys going to pull the plug after Ball? You know, what are the plans for the future of the game?
No, definitely. We're constantly trying to improve on the game. Even the balancing, we're even consistently working on that. And also new game modes, so we still have a lot of stuff planned for it. The cycles will probably during 2021 we did an update every month. Right now we're slowing it down a little bit, but we're trying to get really interesting content in there. So you can definitely expect an update probably every 3 months.
So I'm making that shape myself, and you'll actually send me positive vibes, and I can feel it. And I can
And I am joined alongside Sly Spencer Lee from Emerge, developer of the Wave 1 haptic device. How you doing, Sly?
Awesome, Alex. Thanks for having me.
All right, so tell everybody what you brought to GDC.
We brought a few devices called the Wave 1, which we just launched, that enables you to physically feel something virtually in VR, outside of VR, but with your bare hands. And the idea is that we can create touch using sound energy. And as we discussed earlier, we're really interested in solving things that you can't do in the real world. So not attempting to recreate one-to-one paradigms of feeling a sword or throwing a ball, because it's quite challenging, and there are other great solutions for that, like controllers or haptic gloves. But we're really interested in, like, what if you could, like, feel the force? What if you could share energy, you know, and shoot lightning at one another? Those are types of experiences that we're building in Emerge Home right now.
So we did a demo together. It was really cool. It's a social experience. We kind of spent some time in VR, and we played a game or two. We played a little round of chess, and I noticed that while we were playing chess, you kind of use some of these haptics as a way to imply things that are happening. Is that correct?
Yeah. What you'll notice in the chess game that you tried was that you picked up the piece and you felt the piece as you moved it, square by square. It was like a little pixel tick. Mm-hmm. And one of our developers built that, and we said, "This is awesome. This isn't what you would expect. You would expect to maybe feel the contour of the piece," and yeah, we tried that. But then the developer said, "But what value is that really adding? Maybe actually if you can add a new layer of information where as you move the piece, you feel it, then this sort of adds another layer of perception, of human perception, like cognition, where you couldn't do that in the real world." So everything we're building in the experiences is aligned with that, trying to create something new, trying to create a new interface, and there's so much left unexplored still.
How do you approach something like this from a hardware standpoint? Like, I'm not even sure what exactly is going on inside the Wave 1.
There's a lot of really advanced tech packed into the hardware device itself, and this is 7 years in the running, prototyping, condensing down the technology, really refining it for, number one, social, and number two, consumer. Because we wanted to get it to the point where someone could actually buy this and use it in their own home and create on top of it. So this, if you uncovered the device, what's in the guts is essentially a very fancy speaker. It's an array of little tiny ultrasonic speakers that we program and command to use in a technique called beamforming. And when you beamform with sound, you can create a standing wave that you can physically feel at certain frequencies. And there's a lot of IP that we've built around that capability and know-how. But we're excited that we've been able to condense it down, package it in a way that's consumable, and get it out in Kickstarter just recently.
What, in your opinion, Sly, is the ultimate potential of this technology?
Oh, that's a great question. So there's two big milestones in our future. The first is partnering with really great content developers and studios, and we have quite a few that are already in the pipeline, and two really big content developers that have shipped the top 10 Quest games of all time that we'll announce in the future, hopefully in the near future, if it all works out. Partnering with as many studios and content as possible, that's the near-term goal. Step two is, what if this can go beyond just VR itself? There's going to be a future that's manifesting where it's sort of this blend between realities, like your show name, where it's not 100% VR, it's not 100% immersion, and it's not 100% this reality. You probably blend in between. When that happens, we want to be that interface that allows you to physically feel no matter what context you're in. That's the beauty of the form factor as well. If you're in VR, you can use it great. If you're in real life, but you have little Pikachus running around and digitally, and you maybe see them through your contact lenses or glasses, and you want to reach out and pet your Pikachu, we can do that as well. And then you can pick up your coffee mug instantly and feel the coffee cup too. So we're really planning to build for future-proof our work, so any developer or content creator that comes on board will be building on an interface that can work cross headsets, cross platforms.
Nice with you. Can't you see I'm trying to kill you?
Let's go. And I am joined by Manesh and Aneko from Miru Studio, the developers of Finger Guns. How you guys doing?
Great, actually, we are super excited to be here. Super happy of how the event is going, and really excited to show all of you Finger Gun.
Give us the elevator pitch. What's going on here?
Okay, super simple, super easy. Finger Gun is a VR game. The first VR game actually designed to be used, to be played by hand tracking technology. The first FPS shooter to be designed to play with hand tracking technology.
Very, very exciting. So what's the development process been like for you guys in this past year?
I think we started actually being super conscious about the limitations of the technology. We didn't want to create an experience that would be more frustrating than anything for people, so we started being very conscious about the limitations, and we built the game from that, and actually, yeah, we are super happy with how it turned out.
What are some examples of that in action in the game?
Yeah, for example, the first thing was how easily the tracking can get lost if you get the hands out of the first room. So we enhance the player at all times to keep the hands inside that first room by design. So you won't find a scenario where you have to go like this, you know. You almost every time have to keep your hands in this position and just shoot. So that makes you just by design enhance to keep your hands in a visible area.
So when can we expect to see Finger Gun?
We're launching the game later this year.